Sometimes I wish that I promoted this channel on a more uh, broad theme, right? Talking about more broad concepts than just news and political and social commentaries, right? Specifically, sometimes I really want to talk about wrestling. But I know that the people that are subscribed to this channel are not subscribed to this channel to talk about wrestling because that's not what this channel has ever done. Nevertheless, over the last couple of months, honestly, I've struggled to find topics that I was comfortable discussing here, where I was comfortable uploading the video at the end. Some of them I stopped myself. Some of them, Maria stopped me from uploading, usually because the content just doesn't turn out well, but occasionally also because of concerns of the channel in general. Not that particular video, I don't really care about that, but the channel in general being suppressed by YouTube for having ideas that are outside the appropriate narrative that you're, allowed to agree with here in America. So, because of that, I've not really uploaded a lot of content lately. And partially, it's writer's block. Partially, sometimes I'll have waves where I'll think of plenty of things. That just hasn't been the case. So today, I'm going to ask you to bear with me, because I'm going to talk about something very wrestling related. This is going to be a wrestling video. But there is a social commentary hidden inside, if you pay attention to what I'm saying. So I would urge you, even if you're not particularly a wrestling fan, to stick around and listen to what I have to say. Listen to me tell you why I think that Roman Reigns is the greatest wrestler currently full-time active in the WWE. Now, first off, a bit of backstory for those of you who don't watch wrestling and maybe don't even know who Roman Reigns is. Roman Reigns is, as I said, a wrestler in the WWE. He is pushed very hard by the powers that be in that company as being one of, if not the top guy in the company. Now, as a result of this, combined with internet culture and a few other things, he receives a ton of backlash from the internet wrestling marks. He is probably one of the most hated people in the WWE. Here's the thing. As an indirect result of this, I have come to really, really admire the guy. Let me explain why. See, what it comes down to really, or what opened my eyes to this, because at first, when he split off from the Shield, when he started his big solo push, when people really started to sour on him, at first I did too. And there were a couple of things that really changed my mind. A couple of things that opened me up to understanding the guy a little bit better. And I just can't help but admire him because of that. The first one was an interview. And the long and short of it, during this interview, he was basically asked what he felt about all of the heat that he gets from the internet, from fans at shows, all over the place. And he essentially says, I brush it off. I don't care. I do this for myself. I do this for my family. I'm going to keep doing it as long as I'm able to and as long as I'm allowed to. And the second thing really is every night that this guy shows up. But specifically, I want to focus on one particular evening. It was after, I believe, one of the WrestleManias. Not the most recent one. I think maybe the one before it. If not, maybe after a different big pay-per-view. This man came out to a packed stadium, walked into the ring, being bombarded by boos, jeers, people throwing insults at him, F you Roman, we hate Roman, all of that. This guy stood there for what seemed like minutes and just basked in it, just absorbed it. And then he said something to the effect of, these might not be the exact words, but if they're not, then they're very close. "This is my yard." And he dropped the mic and walked away. That's, to me, why I love this guy. Because that's very much his personality. Yeah, that's the line that he was given. That's the, story that was handed to him. But that's very much the attitude that he really has. And if you think about it, we live in a culture, in an America, in a West, where 99% of the population, including, I guarantee you, every one of those people on the internet jeering Roman, the people in the stadiums jeering Roman, were they put in his situation, were they to switch roles with him, they would be curled up in the fetal position, soaked in their own tears. We live in a world where everybody is so soft, so weak, that people take the smallest insults and start near riots about them and demand government intervention because their feelings are hurt. And in this same America, you have Roman Reigns, who gets more heat, has more nasty stuff said to and about him than all of those people whining on the internet put together. All of those people complaining about their hurt feelings and about the mean things that people said to them. He gets more shit said to him than all those people combined. And still, he goes out, he endures, he does what he has to do to support his family, because, let's face it, he knows what he's really about, right? He doesn't need to seek the approval of other people for his own self-esteem. If we really think about it, that's what it comes down to, right? Everybody, they're so weak, their feelings are so easily hurt, because they need other people's approval in order to have confidence in themselves. They can't have confidence in themselves unless other people are telling them, "You're great, you're awesome." That's why they need safe spaces. That's why they need, government intervention, or, intervention from their school or the company that they work for. If somebody hurts their feelings, even if they do so unintentionally. But Roman Reigns knows that despite what a lot of people say about him, he is a good wrestler. He's not the best in the WWE. He's not AJ Styles. He's not Shinsuke Nakamura. But he's good. He's probably skill-wise, talent-wise, in-ring ability-wise, in the top 25% of the current main roster. He knows he's got the right look to succeed in the industry that he has chosen to pursue. He knows that he has the support from the people that really matter at the end of the day. He doesn't need confirmation from other people. And to me, it's not just that attitude, but the contrast of that attitude compared to everything else. It would be so easy for him to turn to the internet and seek out people and say, "Listen to all these people who harass me because I'm a Pacific Islander," or, whatever. And, get other people who are easily outraged to support him, have people thrown out of shows who boo him, have people silenced on the internet who talk him down. But he doesn't do all that because he doesn't care. Because those people don't mean a damn thing to him. Nor should they. That's the important thing. That's the crazy thing about it, right? There's only one other person I can think of in popular culture today who takes as much heat as Roman Reigns does, and arguably reacts to it as well as Roman Reigns does. I'll let you guys figure out who that is yourselves. But, you know, the thing about it is, the crazy thing about it is, what Roman Reigns does is what everybody should do. He is what we all should be, but we're not. So that's the moral of the story. The reason that Roman Reigns is my favorite active roster wrestler is because he is the one guy who is the role model that we should all aspire to be. He has the attitude we should all aspire to emulate. If you can emulate that attitude, I guarantee you, you will find at least some degree of success in life. As he has, and as he will continue to. I guarantee it. That's all I got to say. Don't forget to like this video. Dislike this video if you hate Roman Reigns and you think I'm an idiot. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. You know, share whatever other stuff that people on YouTube are supposed to ask you to do. And more importantly, have a great night. And peace.